What's up, streakers? Sorry, chair adjustment. Andrew's having a heck of a Wednesday. He tried to take it out on us. Andrew's trying to take it out on us. Said, what a hump day it is. Thank you for the gifted sub, Andrew. Someone take away Andrew's keyboard real quick. Ink a pen. Ink a pen? Let's do it. All right, let me catch up on these alerts real quick. While I was pondering the Brazil flag in my background that I haven't moved yet. Great Scott streaking. Brill streaking. Andrew's gifting. Olive Octopus is subbing. 36 months of subbing. Let's go. Ooh, one more till the best month. I'm organizing stationery and art supplies. That's kind of what we're going to do today. You have a lot more than you realized. Truth. We all do. We all do. Better pondering a flag. GHP catching me off guard. Man, sometimes I should read these messages in my head before I read them out loud, but why do that? Just thinking my new Bung Box Esterbrook. Did you get the pink, the Corolla with the raid? What's up, Corollans? Is that what y'all are called? Corollans? It's better than addicts. So hope y'all had a good stream. Hope carolers. Nah. Wheezy streaking. Streak, I'm also starving. I ate not too long ago, so I'm pretty good. So yeah, hope y'all had a good time over there with Corolla. If y'all are not following from Corolla, please correct that. Please correct that. The flower children are here. Yes, I like that. Rewizzle streaking. I haven't forgotten about you, Andrew, because I was just doing this. So welcome in, everyone. Hope y'all had a good stream. I'm deciding if I'm blurry or not. My mindset's blurry. Better. I was just putting together some pins I'd cleaned a couple days ago. Always let them set out to dry. So let me finish this up, Andrew. Sorry about the bandage. I lost a fight with the oven burner this weekend, so that sucked. But you can take apart your Pilot Explorers, fam. If you want to take that sinister grackle streaking. I feel like streaking needs a sound. Like, I'm streaking. Brad, I painted with Colorverse Windy City Blue. That's a good one. Was it as good on the paint stream as it was on electric? I hit the top burner on the ceiling. Yeah, it looked really pretty. I thought I liked that one a lot. So this extra fine nib on here is great. I'm gonna probably ink that one back up soon, just because the nib was super good. Obviously, that's a love. That's a love. This is a love, but it didn't work with the shimmer ink I had. So let me just put these couple things away, Andrew, and then we can, unless it's SSDD with you, and I already know what pen, but I'm open. So give me 2 seconds here. Get ye old tackle box out. I should protect this nib here. Yeah, the shimmer. Oh god, the shimmer. This is the one that stuck to the. I mean, not this pin. That stuck to the converter. And someone else emailed me after reading about my complaints. Said on their Eco, they also got it stuck to the side of the barrel. The same Colorverse Follow the Waters. Just specifically that color. Was not doing super well. So organizational jealousy, don't be, because I really don't know where stuff is. But see, I would really like this nib to go into something. It's a little bit more fragile than this one. I need to get some more containers. I need to order some more Archeo streaking, Grackle streaking, Rewizzle streaking. Jeez. So this is my Sig Flex that I'm always looking for. Just pondering that ink. Yeah, and I've gotten validation from someone else that it seems the actual shimmer seems to have a bit of stick-to-itiveness, and that's not where we want stick-to-itiveness. I'm going to try it again, so at least hold off. I will run another test. Maybe do it in like I have a 580 that Yeah, these are separated. Platinum, Sailor, Pilot, Twisby parts, International. One of them used to be just International with threads, but now they're just mixed together. Lamy, miscellaneous, nibs. So I have a bunch of extra containers. No, I need them for like ink files and stuff and ink samples and whatnot. So no, I'm good. Make sure this isn't gonna be smashed. All right, let me put these pins up, and then we'll go from there. Let's see. You're eventually gonna. Let's just put you here for now. Oh, not you. Yeah. You. Still gotta put those up, and then let's put these in here. That can go there. That can go there. All right. I did, before we get into Andrew's inking. God dang it! I left this out. I did order that Edison Magellanic Cloud. Am I saying that right? Y'all already taught me. Y'all taught me yesterday what it was. Magellanic. Is that the proper pronunciation? I had like $100 in shop credit from all the orders that I've placed over the years. So I was like, oh, that's a good thing. I've been wanting to use that on a pen here recently, so I did that. So that'll be coming next week, I'm sure. All right, Andrew, what we got? What we got? I accidentally bought the Chinese exclusive Pink Diamond Mini. I don't even know what that means. What is that? First, can you find a stack? I literally just put away. So I have a Yovo steel nib that I just stole that container for. So that's one. And then I know where another one is. So yeah, let me pull those out. So this was a pen sloth. This actually will help because it's a Yovo. So that's a pen sloth stack that I literally just stole its container. So that's that one. I don't think there's any more in here. Let me just glance real quick. I don't think there's any more in here. I think they're in pins, but I only have one or two more anyway. Let me just make sure I'm not crazy. Yeah, these are all normies. These are all normies. Okay. Sailor Gentle Apricot. Oh, hilarious. Now that's actually genius. Okay, we can do that. What is fountain pen? Can you show me? Why does that have a classic cap on it? It's a mini. Huh. Interesting. Has the mini always had this taper? Sailor Pro Gear feet. I don't have any of those. All right, let's see what other stacks we have. So we do have this one. Oh, I'm showing you that, but I'm not showing you that. We have that one. I do have a Pocket 66, yes. I'm just looking where any stack might be. I either have one more or zero more, and it's looking like zero. Let me just double check a couple of these real quick. The Pocket Opus 88, yeah, those are funny. Eyedropper the 66 with the pins off. That actually sounds pretty fun. We can get that all set up. So That's one. This is my little one with the stack nib. This might be the. Now, I'm actually. Let me keep looking because I'm actually confused. Do I have one more or not? And I think maybe it's no. So here, y'all can browse with me. But I don't think. I had to get all these out because there'd only be in like a couple of pins like this one, which it wasn't. No. Yeah, no stacks. No stacks here. I keep switching this one out. No, that's just like a mini architect or something. That's a good nib. Nope. Nope. I think this is a big architect or a stack. Yeah, architect. Okay, I think that's it. That's the extent of my stackiness. That was a magical nib. I got lucky in that he held it for me to see if I wanted to buy it. He told me like a month ahead. He's like, I got something for you to look at. You know, no strings, but I want you to look at it before I put it up for sale. And he inked it up, and I got to try it, and it was great. So yeah. What's up, Ali Mal? All right. So let's go. I do have the harmonic nib. Yeah, it's and I have mine ground into stuff. Okay, so we're gonna get the Pocket 66, and we're gonna get Apricot. Working so I can buy new pens? Heck yeah. Happy Stationery Day. I am sitting. Okay, so y'all, let me do a giveaway while I go grab all my stuff because it's gonna take me more than a minute or two to get the pen and the ink and the silicone gel. Is that good, Andrew? You got a minute to hang? And then maybe you can tell us what nib, what kind of shape we have on here. Maybe not. I don't know if I can get it clear enough. I don't know. It's pretty wet, though. I've used it before. Something like that. All right. So let's do a giveaway while I go get all the tools I need for this. Lurking as I pack for Chicago. Heck yes. That is going to be fun. Okay. We have a lot to give away. So we didn't... Oh, that's the A4 ones. All right. So I didn't give away one of the soft covers yesterday. Let's see. I want to keep the grid one. I don't remember which color is the grid one. I think it might have been this one. Nope, that's a dot grid. Okay, well, there's no grids there, so that's good. Give that. We'll give away whichever Fountain Christoph ink I pull out. There was green and there was purple, so it's one of the two. Is G's Crafties here? Yes, you're there. I haven't shipped yours yet. G's, I did get your email though. And then Front me, if you're here, I still need an email from you from yesterday. Calling people out, chat. Who redeemed a giveaway? Okay. You emailed yes, I got the email. I'm just saying I had already shipped. Okay, so this is not G's giveaway. This is a giveaway I'm doing. Then we'll do G's giveaway afterwards. And that'll give me time to go unpack my stuff. A set of the Post-its. And a set of show stamps. Okay, so what color do we get here? Yeah. I mean, I'll get it out in a day or two. So we got the purple FC ink. notepad, and your choice. I'll let you pick out one of these books. There's a couple dot grid aligned and a blank. So let me start this off. I'm gonna go get Andrew's ink pen, and we'll go from there. And then we'll do Steph. We'll do yours next. I like y'all keeping me busy here in the beginning, and then honestly, I like that. I like that. I don't have a lot of plans today, so this is great. Okay. All right, boom. Exclamation point waffle. Exclamation point waffle. Anyone can enter, anyone can win. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States. I ship worldwide. You must be present to win, and you must email me your shipping address when you do win. Okay, I'm going to be right back. I need to grab several things, so give me a couple minutes, but I'll be back well before the giveaway's done because I actually know where everything is. It's just going to take me a minute to dig everything out. All right, BRB. All right, did y'all behave? Did y'all behave? Andrew, it is with great regret I am here to inform you that I'm down to my last bottle of apricot. There were 2 bottles of Ken Makuse and only 1 bottle of apricot, and it was literally the most buried bottle from 2013. Even had to write apricot on here. But we got it. All right, y'all still got 2 minutes. I still got 2 minutes left. Chat was busy refusing to do math for pen and nib costs. True. Burning the apricot. Yeah, it doesn't. We'll see how full it is. Last week when I was using Sukio, the cap broke. So I did have this bottle. Lisa Van Ness made this bottle for me years ago. So I've had this sitting here. So I'll, at some point, I just wanted to grab it so I can change those bottles out. That's a good one. That's a good basic bottle. Parker. Should have bought more after all? Yeah. Yeah, Notco clear ink. So, save that for later. All right. Oh, the most important part. This is the pen Andrew requested. You'll be able to see it more when I move this other stuff out the way. You lost a job and got another one? Jeez. Fremy, you owe me an email. I don't know if you caught me earlier. Do you think any vendors will have empty ink bottles? Probably not. I haven't seen that in a while. Unless there's some like more of a vintage antique type of dealer. You can grab some like old ones that you might actually have to clean. I remember Lisa Van Ness used to travel with some. She hasn't done that in years. Emailed like an hour or two. Okay. I haven't checked my email. Thank you. Yeah. This is the perfect pen for this. So we had the little PA etched on there. So this is a Pocket 66. I was surprised to see there was a nib in here. It is just a stock extra fine though, which I'll take. Can always use a nice. This is an old Pen Addict. Oh yeah, and the grip section is like smoky, clear. So, this is an old Pen Addict collaboration with Franklin Christoph. It's a really good one. Really good one. All right, y'all have 30 seconds left for this giveaway. Franklin Christoph 2026 Philly Show Ink Purple. Everyday Explorer stamps from San Francisco Pen Show. A post-it pad from Jen. I always forget the name of I gotta find the name of her business. And then your choice of Fabriano notebook. And then we'll get to work on the filling of the pen. Yesterday's eyedroppering is working well now. So that's been flowing good. All right, giveaway's closed. Is it wise to stash an extra bottle or 2 of a Love limited edition ink, or better to just try to match it? Better to just try and match it. This is a stance I learned over the years. All right, giveaway's closed. It does not depend, because the second part of your question. It doesn't depend. Just don't do it. There's always more. There's always a new ink to be discovered. This is a long-running thing with me that I learned the hard way. All right, let's pick a winner here. Y'all ready? Bam. Cranky Yank. Cranky Yank, you win. You win. You all the winner. Rigged. Oh, that's a good rigged logo. So many inks, so little time. Exactly. You learn, but you still have the apricot. When the bottle goes, I'll miss it, but I will have fond memories. I haven't used it in years. First time? Seriously? Cranky Yank? No way. I would not have bet that. All right. Well, first time dinosaur winner. Stega, Dino, or Brawny. Which one do you like? And then hang tight. I need you to pick a notebook. That's crazy. Stega. Okay. Oh man, does it have two Y's in it? It does now. It does. Okay. So let's do this. Put Stega right here. Let me put this back in here. Okay. After you ink the FP, can I get a rotary comparison? 100%. All right, see you, Inky. Have a great day. Okay, so let's see here. So, gray cover, dot grid. Green cover, blank. Red cover, lined. Tan color, dot grid. So, these two are dot grid. Blank. And then red is lined. Is that what it was? Red is lined. Lined, blank, dot grid. Pick one. Tan dot grid. Got it. Tan dot grid. Bam. Okay. Email me, hello@penaddict.com with your shipping address, and I'll get this out in the probably next couple days or so. What's today? Wednesday? We might be shipping tomorrow. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to manage this somewhat. You're very welcome. Thank you, Cranky Yank. Seriously. Appreciate you being here. Glad you finally won one. Love those notebooks. That's good. People have been very positive about them. Notebook.grid should be someone's URL. That's a good one. And then the background would just be graph paper, right? Just a graph pattern. Because that's the one true. Format. All right, let us do this. All right, let me get the ink out here. The towel out. All right, so we're putting in a stack nib. This is a Ink-A-Pen redemption from Andrew. Pocket 66 Pen Addict edition. And we're putting in a Pen Sloth stack that I bought from Jim, Baltimore, many years ago. I take that back. It is a Pen Sloth stack. I actually bought it from Damien. I didn't do the other giveaway. Let me do this pen, and then I owe you a giveaway. Let me do this real quick. So this was the very first redemption, and I was trying to buy myself time. And then you doubled it up. So yeah, let me do this first because this was technically the first redemption. And then I did forget though already. I 100% did forget. All right, our little Twisby action here worked yesterday, so we're gonna do it again. Not necessarily recommended, chat. It's not quite the full strength stuff that you get in the little jars, but it does work for me and it's easy to use. Okay, so we'll put that right there. And I'll put this right here. Okay. Oh, Mike's messages are always hilarious. And sometimes we'll do a little doodle. You can redeem another Ink-A-Pen. I don't think it'll let you, though. I think it is limited to one per day. If I think that's what we decided on the setup, right? Because that's something I can set up just, for management purposes. you'd like to speak to the manager about it. All right, let's do that. Yeah, ink a pen and clean a pen are once per stream things, and then the giveaways are once per hour, I believe is my setup. All right, ye old apricot. Look at this logo. This label rules. This label rules. It's so simple, but it just brings back good memories. Is it crusty? Not really. Maybe a little. All right. Ye old apricot. Classic. And this, you can see the barrel on the 66 is frosted where the chamber is. So it ends right here, which I think is a really cool look. So that is a proper fill right there. We do have a very inky pen. Or a very inky nib, I should say. So it should work well with it. There we go. Look how cool this pen looks. Sorry, I know y'all can't see it. Once I move some stuff out of the camera, you'll be able to see it. This is a very lava lampy looking pen. All right. So we'll test it out here in a second. That was a very good one. Very good one. Yeah, this is Andrew. This is one reason why I set this up to do is because, like, I wouldn't even think of this. Michelle is streaking. Felicia's is streaking. Archie's streaking. I missed some of these, I feel. Or not. Who knows? Okie dokie. Let me put the needle somewhere where it will not accidentally shoot the remaining ink across the desk. Okay, let's do another giveaway. This is great. You need to make a V2 of this pen? We probably could. I'm not going to put words in anyone's mouth. I don't think it'd be that difficult to make more of. It'd probably cost like $50 more, but that's okay. It's a good pen. Maybe I'll talk to him about it. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely my favorite one that we've done. Have I only done 2 or have I done 3 with them? The other one was gray, was the first one. Gray Model 20. All right, Miss G's, let's do a pen case. Oh, God. Let's go into the case. Case bag. I feel kind of bad for the icebox. Everything's been external from the icebox. Oh, the antique glass Inky Yen, I think, is their most popular. It's the best. Yeah, just 2 from FC. All right. I'm trying to find... Might have to re-audit this bag. I'm trying to find some bulk in here. I'm finding a lot of, like, single pin sleeves. Although, I know what this is. Let's see here. We might have to add something in here, but... This is an error code. This is an error code fodder stack. And it has note cards in it. So this is the 3.5 by 5.5 with a stack of note cards in it. So the tag is sewn on backwards, right? Things happen. Things happen. See? So let's do that. And then we'll add in, see if I got a Pen Addict notebooks in here. Oh, God. Oh, I know what we need to do. Let's do this. And whatever this is. Okay, cool. All right. So we're going to do fodder stack, note cards, today's topic stamp, so you can just do it on your note card. And then while you're thinking of topics, you can fidget. I forgot I had another fidget toy from Evan. So what do we call this? The Zebra slim power bank and a short phone cable. Nice. Fruit Stripe gum edition. Fidget cube. All right. So there you go. Next giveaway. Next giveaway. All right. Thank you, G's Crafties. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, it looks like the rainbow belt sweets for sure. Fodder stack. Yeah, this has the magic on the inside here. I had to make sure there wasn't anything written on it. There still could be. I didn't really audit them that well, but you never know. Exclamation point waffle. Exclamation point waffle. Anyone can enter. Anyone can win. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States. I ship worldwide. You must be present to win. And you must email me your shipping address if you do win. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's see if we can get some pencil writing here. Wow, I skipped a bunch of pages there. So yesterday's, this was yesterday's eyedropper, the Tibaldi. God, okay, it is pretty much writing now, I think. I wonder if it's this nib. Man, maybe it's not writing. I thought I had it writing yesterday. Yeah, should be writing. All right, let's see if this one's going at all yet. Oh, when this goes, it's going to be a fire hose. Oh my God. Guess I could dip this one too. Can hold a pin in the folder over part on the front. Oh yeah. Does the fodder style? I'll show you. I'll show it to you in just a second. It was a magic design from Jeff. What was I gonna do? Just wait on that. Why does the Jetstream Edge have such a tiny refill? I know. It's kind of a racket. So yeah, you take this. It's got the 3.5 by 5.5 cards. There's two sizes. I think I gave away the larger one. I'm sorry, this is 3 by 5. So this is the index card size one. The one I gave away last week was 3.5 by 5.5, which is like the Field Notes pocket notebook size. So yeah, you take this and you get your Uniball Zinto signature like this, right? And it's got a sleeve in the front like that. Like that. So it's a little, it's literally a pocket protector, right? You can just pop it in like that was the original theory. So I did forget the white gloves, I know. I just can't, I'm not that fast. Not that fast. So yeah, and then the cards are fountain pen friendly. Yep. If you like to carry cards and things like that, it's kind of a good solution. So that was a fun product to make. Excuse me. Someone is going to Japan. I was number 4 on the list if they find any more signatures. That's hilarious. Too funny. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to go move this syringe because I've already knocked it over once. Be right back. All right, y'all got 2 minutes left. 2.5 minutes left. Appletator. If there was one term that was true about this pen, it is. Like, this pen fucks. Like, I mean, have you seen it? See what you made me do, Appletator? It's not that good, Chad. It's really good, but it's not that good. It's really good. I just like it because it's way overboard. Yeah, the refill is not good. I don't even know where my original refill is for it, if that tells you anything, because it doesn't rate. The Zento does not rate for me as a refill. Eric, that is close to what I said. Close. Now I just need to carry the Kafeiko Titan and the Zento signature as your combo. Yep. Get a Rody 2. Hold tight, JJ. Oh, yeah, Hellcat. We have to do the update for you. The comparison. We'll do that next. The Spoke Rody 3 is hopefully coming out in May. It's hopefully the thing. Ooh. All right, 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. What refill do you recommend for the Zento? I use the 1 in black. But I'll admit the color gel refills of the 1 aren't that great. And then you could just use some of the Signo refills. Some of the Signo refills work fine as well. They're just hot swappable. The only thing that doesn't is the DX refill that I like. It doesn't fit. Does the signature magnet pass the pen shaking test? It feels like it would. I'm a little scared now. Yeah. Yeah. Sharpie gel works too. Yeah. Some other refills will work. Some other non-Uniball refills. You bought a new replacement Zento. The Zento refill's fine. It's just I do have a preference on some of the other ones. It just doesn't. It's not like everything. It's no Jetstream refill, right? Where it's like moving the needle. Matcha with always the flow tune. It's just an incorrect. Okay. So I put on the show title today is Lukewarm pen takes. That's one right there. Flow tune refill greater than the Zento. So mine was actually Lukewarm, and that the Pilot Acroball is a good ballpoint pen. It's literally no one cares, right? That's Lukewarm. Have you tried the flow tune, the ballpoint or the rollerball? See, they've done themselves a disservice. I used one to write a check yesterday, a flow tune, and it sucked. I mean, I can go grab it and show it to you. It was not enjoyable. All right, giveaway's closed. Acroball is okay. Exactly, Brill. That's what I'm saying. Lukewarm. Totally good. Totally good. Send you a check. That's a lukewarm take. Because no one cares if the Acroball is good or not. Because it's never going to be the Jetstream. That's a fair point. That's actually the Energel's biggest hang up, to be quite honest. All right, let's pick a winner. Bam. Brian A. Knight. That has been a long time since that has happened. You win. You win. The knock fodder stack, the giant fidget, and today's topic stamp, and a dinosaur. Sorry, I'm yawning. I even got coffee. Brian Knight, woot! All right, pick a dinosaur, Brian. Stega, Dino, or Brawny. Brawny. Brawny's actually playing in the playoffs, isn't he? It's crazy. Crazy. That was a sports ball reference. I only see that because every headline is like, father, son. You look, yeah. Excellent. Hydrate, I need to. Stega. All right, got it. All right, email me, hello@penanic.com. And I'll get this out later this week. Can I just buy a grip for my roadie too? No. We just don't have extras. I mean, technically they're swappable, but we don't have parts. We don't have extra parts for that. I think it's his nickname. I don't know what his actual real name is. Or is that his real name? I don't know. Yeah, it's Brawny. It's spelled just like the dinosaur. Is that his actual first name? Fine, I'll sign up for Spoke email updates. You don't have to because we don't ever send email. You need to sign up for the Spoke Instagram. Is he LeBron James Jr.? That would make sense. All right, Brian, email me. It's no ball knock zone. All right. What did I say I was going to do? You'd have to check Instagram. Yeah, well, that's where so it doesn't matter what you want. It matters what Brian's going to do, and that's where it's going to be. So I'm just telling you. You can sign up for the email all you want. You don't even have to sign up for Instagram. You just click on the Spoke page. You don't have to create an Instagram account. Like, I get not wanting to use Instagram. That's for sure. But you don't have to. Just bookmark the Spoke page and see what's in when there's anything new. All right, that's never going to write. Okay, Hellcat. What did you want to see? You wanted to see the Roadie and what? The Roadie 2? I mean, the Roadie XL? IG doesn't want to give you post details. So what you do is you click on the URL for that post and then put that URL directly in another window, and then it works. But yes, it tries to get you to log in. Roadie and Roadie XL, gotcha. So, like, say you go to the first image, just right click on that image for that image link, put that in a new browser, and then it'll take you directly to that image page, and that won't ask you to sign up. It's annoying, but if you want to look at Instagram and not have an account, that's what you do. All right, so the Roadie and the Roadie XL. So they're magnetized. They love each other very, very much. So size comparison, obviously the XL longer in the barrel to fit a longer refill. These fit the Energel refills. This fits Parker style. This one I have let me do posted before I do refills. So posted. More pecan. What? Can you put like a Bic or something in the frame? Yeah. How about, would a Micron work or a 1? Try to find something else standard. Retro? Retro, maybe? Something like that. The XL is not too much bigger. Really, it's only to fit the refill, this probably 1/2 inch. So, in hand, when I write with it, you know, it gets up over here. So it's long enough. The cap goes pretty deep. You could still use it without the cap. So then you take this. It's definitely bigger, right? Big hand Brad confirmed. Definitely not. Yeah, the Click and the CX are different because of how the G2 is designed, which is why we can't have the Energel refill in the G2 front end, because the G2 has a different shape that elongates it. And visually, it has that kind of like dip in the middle. I don't have one in here. I have a C, I don't have a CX. Because I don't like the CX. The CX is too big for me. So, refill wise, like it kind of matters on refills. Like if you want to use like the gel ink refills, like the CX, the Rhodey XL is a little bit better, right? Because you can use the Energel. How are the Mont Blanc refills? I mean, they're rollerball. They're good. They're just rollerball. But I mean, when I've used them in the past, they've been totally fine. There are a few different machine pens that have different tips to accommodate different refills. Yep, because a lot of refills are kind of in groups of how they fit. So this one takes your Parker style refills, like this type of refill, right? So what else can I show you, Hellcat? Grip dimensions, grip length is the same. Grip and cap are the same. Oh, I take that back. The bottom grip, yeah, the bottom grip length is the same, yeah. And then the caps are the same. Caps are the same, and then, yeah. How much longer? I think literally a 1/2 inch. This isn't a good ruler for that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. But yeah, should be about a 1/2 inch. What are we waffling today? We've already had 2. We had a Brad delays the proceedings waffle followed by a redemption waffle. So, but we will be waffling more. I have tons to give away. A little more than a 1/2 inch, actually. Unscientific measurement. Little more, maybe 5/8 difference. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just to fit the refill. I keep missing when the afternoon show starts. I know. It's normally right at 2 Eastern. So, compared to a retro, a little bit longer than a retro in use in the hand. But yeah. And then the new one Once I get Brian's owed me a final prototype for like weeks now. When I get the new one, I'll show y'all. It might be changing dimensions just a little bit. Hellcat. If any, I can't remember if it's the same when posted. We're changing things up a little bit. So once I see, we're not waffling right now. What's up, Thule? We'll see. I got to get the new prototype in. Brian said he's going to send me one. Will it change to look like a purple axle? Technically, yes. I believe yes. That is the plan. That is the plan. That is the plan. Ooh. All right, what do you do with eyedropper pens that don't work or don't want to write? They're making me mad. If everyone types waffle, Brad has to do a giveaway. I have smashed the keyboard, or Toby has sat on the keyboard, and we've given away without a closed raffle, and we've given away like hundreds of things accidentally before. Which just reminded me to go close that list giveaway so I don't accidentally do one. You've been lurking, finally have audio. Well, welcome. Welcome. All right, what other questions y'all have? What other lukewarm... You dip the nib in the ink? I need to do that. It didn't really work that well yesterday. I'm actually a little bit disappointed this one's not writing better. I thought I had it going last night. Do a 10-second flash giveaway? That would be kind of funny. Don't tempt me. But that would be like me doing a 10-minute random stream on a Monday just to break all y'all streaks. Don't put that past me. I'll do it. Drop of water on a nib or a shim. Who's packing for Chicago? That's a good question. Bailey is. Rewizzles is. Who else? There's a couple more. That's not very deep. Certainly that didn't get it going, did it? That would be crazy if it did. I didn't really dip it in there that much. Is this actually working that quickly? Okay, maybe this one we can play with. You didn't go to the Mont Blanc store in Vegas, but I did find out they got 2 Daisos. Oh, sweet. Huh. I think that one might actually be working, and I barely dipped it at all because the little... Brad, any... Oh, I can't see that message. Let's see. Harlow. Any plans for writing a book? Short answer is no. Long answer... I need receipts here. Long answer... Where is it? Long answer. Long answer is in my Ulysses app, which is where I write. I have a folder called The Big Dumb. And you can see my my chapter titles so far. And you can see the last time I touched it was in 2022. So, there you go. So, 4 years ago, I started a folder that said, if I wanted to write a book, what would it be like? I am ready for Return of F1 big time. So, I just wanted to have receipts there that I have thought about it, but I don't think I'll ever do it. But that's if I have a place, if I ever get the itch, I have a place to to mess around with that. So this one needs to work better. What cartridges do you send out with spoke pens, Diamine or generic? Monteverde blue black. I've done Kaweco's too. Ketchup Freak, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So yeah, I've done Kaweco's and Monteverde's. Kaweco blue or Monteverde blue black. It's pretty much. So see, I just dipped that and this still isn't writing, even just from the dipping. So what is going on here? I shimmed it yesterday. I mean, I literally just jammed this whole thing here. Life in pens. Ballpoints are good, actually. That's actually a very smart title, honestly. Like, look, I'm gonna dip it. I just dipped it that much in here, chat. I am gonna wipe off the front. There we go. Now we might actually be working. Did we get there? I would love it if we got there with this one. What nib is this one? Franklin Christoph medium stub. Yeah, I'm very interested in the Miami race this weekend. Semi-warm take. Kaweco Summer Purple is a great ink in the color range. That is a proper lukewarm take. That is the level of milquetoast we're looking for. Kaweco Summer Purple is perfectly appropriate in that color range. All right, I think we might have gotten this one. I just had to go in further. Maybe Brad will get upset and raffle the pen away. No, not this pen. This pen's never going anywhere. I would throw the nib across the room and put in a different one, but... All right. Are we actually there? That would be great if we were, chat. Left the house, no fire and fire on the rickshaw while at the doctor's appointment. Dang it. All right. So let me get a different page here now that it looks like we are officially working. And show you what apricot looks like. What is that red and yellow pen next to you? This one? This is a Franklin Christoph Pocket 66 Pen Addict version that I made in collaboration with them years ago. That pen would look good with a stack. That is not true of any pen. That is not a lukewarm take. That's a bad take. Oh yeah, that's why the Clean a Pen is much more expensive. The Clean a Pen is specifically designed for you to choose to not give away something to people and instead make me clean a pen. Unless you're like Olive Octopus Ink, who has like 300,000 and can do both. It's a pen that Brad is officially making a V2 of very soon. Oof. Man. Newland? Did you ever get the follow the water shimmer situation solved? Thank you, Arkham. That is a great question, and I haven't. And I've gotten, yes, someone has redeemed Clean a Pen before. It was someone with like 200,000 points. So the follow the water, I got some feedback. Someone else used the same ink in a TWSBI Eco, had the same issue with just the shimmer just staying in the barrel. So I think I'll probably do a 580 next. 349. That's crazy. I should like while you're saving up points, I should think of like a 500,000 or a 1 million pointer. So let me get a different notebook so you can see this color a little bit better. So that's my fun notebook. Oh, look, I have one of those little office printer things, little handheld printers, and I did this little Tombow Mono sticker. I like it. It's fun. I burn ink points as soon as I can. I mean, you burned like 50 grand. That's a lot. Someone redeemed Clean a Pen right after Ink a Pen and assuming his events made Brad lose his mind and waffle off. Oh, was that the one? That was a moment. That was a moment. I forgot that was this actual situation. I remember all the things. I forgot that that was the whole setup. Yep, that's exactly right. That was a good pen. It just made me mad. Okay, so here's what a stack nib looks like when you write with it. It was a New Year's episode. All right, so this pen is a steel nib with a Yovo base. You can see this underlying base thing. Let's see here. And then you see kind of that diamond shape pattern. That's a second nib welded to the top of it, okay? Which allows then a nib grinder to have mega tipping on the front to make a fun shape out of. So you can see the line in there if you look closely enough. That's where the stack comes from. It's one on top of the other. And people will put like 5 nibs on there. This is a two layers, right? People will have like 5 layers, like a really insane pen. Like this is already too big for me, which is why I only have 1. But it's like fun to play around with. So I don't know what nib shape this officially is. Ever have cap clearance issues? You can. I didn't test it before I put it in here. This one's very clear. But you will. There does exist a 7-layer in your house. Is the call coming from in the house? So in the normal writing orientation, it would look something like this. It's a marker. With a little bit of variation. And then you can flip it over and write with the point on the other end. Like that. So that's kind of the deal. That's kind of the deal. But it's really, and then the one I use the most is actually flipped. The fine point is on the natural writing position, and the broad point is on the backside. How does one nib do both of these? So they have enough tipping to shape both sides, right? So the nib grinder is actually grinding this side and this side. You can see there's tipping on there still. So they shape this separately from this, if you will. Where my other one is reverse of that, which is why I like it better. So this one I actually use for daily writing. You can see this nib is pointed down and has the wide on the top. Let's see if I can get them both together. Would you buy a prayer new for $34? Yes. So you can see they're kind of the reverse of each other. The orange one at the bottom is pointed down and then flat on the top, where the clear one on the top is flat on the bottom and pointed on the top. So I actually use this one for like normal everyday writing. I can write with it as normal, flip it over if I want to do any broader work, highlighting, things like that. Oops, wrong cap. Wrong cap. So this is really for just like putting a lot of ink down on the page, right? And it's like so smooth and nice. And this is also apricot. Lamy cursive nib is so good. You got modded for someone crazy. So yeah, that's that one. And this one's completely different. This is just a medium stub nib. So that's more of a standard writing nib. And you can see why I like that style of nib, how it makes my handwriting look, which I enjoy. But this will be fun. This is gonna be fun to play around with. It's like, I don't know what to do with it. Do I just use it this way? This is almost like, but this is good for an eyedropper, because if I was writing like this in an eyedropper, I will never use all this ink. So you kind of want this. You kind of want that on there. Almost back for Chicago. Woot! Woot! So yeah. That's it. That's it. I'm glad this is writing now. Can you explain the difference between a SIG and a CI? Yes. So a CI looks like this. It's squared off at the top. So a SIG takes this off here. The very, very sharpness, but keeps the thin cross strokes. This is a very... Basically, it takes some of the edginess off of the edge of the CI and makes it a little bit softer on the edges. And they do a little bit more shaping on there. So a stub, you have to look at it from a different angle. The stub, you're going to look at it from the front of the tip, right? So CI, and then stub will be... Stub will be wider and rounder. That's looking at it from this angle, right? So this is the part hitting the page down here. So you still get a square line like this. Does the SIG width change with the writing angle? No. SIGs and stubs don't change with the writing angle. They change horizontally and vertically. So vertically, they'll both be vertically wide and horizontally thin. Stubs have a less of a differentiation there than a cursive italic. Cursive italic will be this wide and then like half as thin. Does that make sense? I don't have a CI inked up. So this is just a classic stub. So a classic stub. This is just a Yovo stub. That's kind of the line differentiation you'll see there. So stubs are softer on the edge and generally wider on the line. Cursive italics tend to be thinner and sharper. Does that help at all? And this stub that I'm using now is a 1.1. Yeah. That's this width. The vertical width is 1.1. And this one, a medium stub. All right, see you, little dragon. Medium stub's probably half that. How wide's a medium Yovo nib stub? Probably like 0.6 or 7. It's about half of that. 1.1 half, yeah, 6 or 6-ish. So yeah, that's why I like getting stub nibs even narrower than like a stock stub nib. So those are both stub grinds. They're just on different nibs. And the steel 1.1s are not tipped, right? So your stock stub nibs don't have any tipping, right? They're just a flat piece. But you can see even on this, barely through your screen, the edges are rounded. So there's just no tipping to be found here. Can't even see it. I was going to get my loop. Except with using CI, SIG, and Nemosine small nub stids. Yeah, that's my realm, Mama Hobbit. I don't even have anything inked up in that category right now. Let's see. See if we can get it in this crap lens. Of course not. Why would we be able to see anything from this loop? Oh well. Just trying. So you can look at these two. That's not going to show. And you can see how much narrower this is. This started as a stock medium nib with tipping on it and then was just ground. There's no way you'll be able to see this. Yeah, there's no way you can really see that. Even if I could get it good. So yeah, your handwriting absolutely changes. That changed everything for me with fountain pens. I thought I would never be able to write fine with a fountain pen just because I didn't know, right? Using a Lamy extra fine is not a fine line, right? The Pilot CM is 0.9 millimeters. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. So everything else I have is stock. Well, I have a monarch nib with a journaler grind, but then I have extra fine, extra fine, extra fine, fine. Yeah, I don't have any like sharp cursive italics inked up. But a good cursive italic hits the spot. Hits the spot. But you can see just on this random junk page how good my handwriting is right here. Because the nib benefits my handwriting, right? Rounded nibs with a lot of tipping on them do not benefit my handwriting, right? And this is just literally random scribbles. And that makes my handwriting look good. So, you know, you take a standard, do I have is this a standard fine? Did you see the Insta link I posted earlier? I did not. So what is this one? I guess it's a medium. Looks like it says medium. So this is a stock medium. Lamy EF wider than Platinum SF? Not even close. Like so much wider. So this is a stock medium with just standard rounded tipping. And you may not be able to tell, but I can tell the sharpness of my lines are different. And I'm trying not to think about writing. I'm not slowing down or trying to make like perfect letters. I'm just writing fast. Like that's the best way to do it. You can tell while this looks good and actually great, this makes my handwriting look different just in the two words. And that's that edginess. Oh, and like the horizontal lines on the E make a difference to me. What is, let me see that link. I'm about to throw this this loop somewhere. If Dale from Pen Tuning is at Chicago and one of y'all's there, let me know. Let me know if he has any good loops. Oh, Lilith Blackbee. I follow Lilith Blackbee. Yeah. I've shared this before. Because she had this project, she's writing numbers. And it's like crazy. And then she does her mistakes. She paint pens over them, which I find fascinating. Let me find one. Here. So look at that. So those are where she's made mistakes on there, and I think that's sick. That's just like for real. Yeah, I couldn't sit there. I could do like one sheet of these, and like that would be it. But like, look at that. Yeah, I follow her. But yeah, I love the mistakes on these. Because she's doing it in order. Like, I don't forget what it is. Is it a time thing? Oh, is it? Okay, so pi, numbers of pi are in the sketchbook, but she does, I thought she was doing like a time clock one. How long it takes for the Earth to circle around the sun? I'm estimating that it will take me between 50 to 60 years to finish it. There you go. This is my favorite part. It's just so, because it's like unplanned. You don't know. So it just really, really works. Really, really works. Honestly, does she use Clyde Grid? No. This actually looks like she drew the lines on this page herself. If you look close enough, it almost looks like pencil marks on the lines there. And you know what pen she's using, chat? Not this pen. Watch when she goes back. Tell me what pen she's using. Yeah, that's the Kintsugi. Yeah, it does look like a textured paper. All right, tell me if you know what pen she's using. Watch. Here you go. What pen is she using, chat? Nope. Is she? I don't think she is. Uni, you're getting close. That's a Signo DX, chat. That is a Signo DX. Check the grip when it comes back around. I don't have a natural one in here. The dots are on the grip. Yep. Look at it now. The Lamy doesn't have that front end and those dots. Look at it now. That's a Signo DX grip for sure. And a Signo DX nose cone. Probably a 0.38. It could be a 0.5 though. For sure. Let's go find, since we don't have anything else to do today. So she's got a platinum 3776 here. Zebra here. Zebra Sarasa clip. She uses a lot of different things. A lot of Zebra Sarasa clips, but here's the Signos. So yeah. The big one is a Signo. Yeah, her fingers are over it. Her fingers covering this piece right here. She grips it right here. I promise you that's a DX. She grips over this piece right here. You don't even see the flat. Does the Signo DX come in yellow? Yes. So she's gripping it right here. And you can see the dots right there on the picture. I'm very confident. But she uses a lot, so there's a preppy. Rotring. God, did she put white? She put white ink in a rotring? That's sick. I think the spoke would tire out her hand, if I'm being perfectly honest. I don't think a spoke would be a good idea. God, she put white ink in a rotring. That's sick. What's funny is about the mistakes is she just making a mental note for after. Oh, she has a line scratched through it. I see the line. Okay, she has a line drawn through it. Oh, you can see a big one right here. So she's got to paint that whole thing in. That's a whole mistake right here. That's nuts. But yeah, uses all kinds of pens, which is cool. That looks like an alpha gel. I'm not sure what that is. It's not. I think that's an alpha gel, but not a Dr. Grip. More repeatographs. Lots of Sarasa clips. Oh, let's see one of the fountain pen ones. Where was this one? I didn't know what nib this is offhand. What is that? That's a Sailor. That's a Sailor nib, right? This takes so long to do. This is just crazy impressive. So yeah, very cool. Thanks for sharing that. I'm glad y'all got to see it now because this is an account that I follow like very, very closely. There's your DX again. Black DX in this one. Brushes. But yeah, as you can imagine, I obsess over all this stuff. Chat, I'm making a fake stationery store for a business plan assignment. Ooh, can we help? That would be a mistake. All right, let's do another giveaway. All right, any other nib questions? Even though I don't have that many different types inked up right now. I'm always down for a good nib discussion. Which nib is best? The one you have next to you. And why is it ballpoint? I mean, it could be. Ballpoint is the correct answer many times. Whether y'all like to admit it or not. I got my cursive smooth italic from Kirk. It makes my writing look better. What does bounce mean when referring to nibs? What a great question. I can show you. Allegedly. All right. Is bounce different from flex? Very. Most modern nibs that you're going to buy, like say a Yovo nib that says it's a Yovo flex nib, is not a flex nib. It's a bounce nib. So Have there been investigations into different steel compositions for different fields, or is all the same alloy? That I don't know. My gut says it's not the same alloy, but my gut tells me more that, say, like your two main competitors, Bach and Yovo, have different material thicknesses, which gives them a different feel. Whether the source material is the same or not, I can't say. But the way they finish them and manufacture them, there's a manufacturing variance, right? So bounce. All right, I'll hold this link, Andrew. Damn, that's crazy. It's like split from the middle. That's crazy. So this is Aurora's flex nib, what they call their flex nib. Okay. And so what you're looking at, these streams always stay up on YouTube. They do get timed out of Twitch eventually because they have storage space issues. They're always on YouTube. Do I have a YouTube link in here? All the streams are archived on YouTube. Someone do exclamation point YouTube. If not, I'll fix that. I don't think I do YT. Try YouTube. Okay, the full thing. Yep. So they go up there. It usually takes till like the night for it to populate. So this is actually okay, right? So I need a standard pen too. Let's take this. All right. So what bounce is you have your nib, and your nib has the tines in it, which is the split in the middle here, right? So you can see that split in there. So those are your tines. And when you write on the page, by nature, there's pressure, okay? So if you look down at your nib and you see it, you don't really see the tines splitting open very much. That's like a firm nib, right? The tines aren't spreading out when you write with it. So that allows for good line consistency. That's what I want in like an extra fine nib. I want it to be consistent. That's a nail, right? That's a firm nib. So the difference is when you take this one and look at the tines on this one, when you push down on it, they actually split apart, if you can see that. That's bounce. That's not even flex. So that variance there is bounce. So like a Pelican nib naturally has bounce to it. It's a soft gold. But you probably can't even see it on this page. So you can see the tines split open. They call this flex. It's modern. I call that modern flex, which modern flex is just bounce. So then you'll see these nibs. Oh, that doesn't go there. That goes here. A Falcon nib is 0% a flex nib. That's not a lukewarm take. That's a hot take. A Falcon nib is a bounce nib, 100%. I will die on that hill. The FA nib is closer to a flex nib. The FA nib is closer to this one. The Falcon, not at all. And the Falcon rules. So what you see with other... Hey, Ferret, how are you doing? What you see with other modern nibs, what they'll do... If I can find it. Yeah, soft is another way to put it. Where the hell did I literally... You can't lose it. There it is. I see it now. What modern companies will do is then they will now cut the sides out. So this is what they're calling a flex. This is a Yovo flex nib. It's not a flex nib. It's a bounce nib, right? Right? You can't split the tines that much. This is even less than the Aurora I just showed you. right? So that's bounce. So bounce is when it's soft enough that you put it to the page that the tines split open. That's the easiest definition. So if the tines are not splitting apart, I'd say it's a firmer nib. And if the tines do split, it's because there is a little bounce, a little bit of give in the nib, which makes the line a little bit wider. So I did a review on this nib, and like, I don't even know that you can even see much. And I think I refused to call it a flex in the review. What is this one? Here's a good one. Oh, Arkham, absolutely. So Susan did this one a while ago, and this has 3 of the nibs we just spoke about. So that one has the Aurora that I showed you, the Franklin that I just showed you, and the Falcon nib, which I just mentioned. And she calls them modern flex. And I think the Falcon's the only, excuse me, not the Falcon, the FA is the only one that really gets a lot of line variation. So you can go through that. Let me see if I can find the Aurora one. I'm pretty sure I did. Well, maybe not, because now we're older than that. There's Susan's. Because I think I got mine in 2019. I thought I reviewed it. You just don't see a lot of line variation in it, so was my point. So, do you use the Justice? I do not. So the Justice is designed to be a little bit of everything. So back to the sketchbook. The Justice looks like this. The long tine Aurora, yes. The Justice looks like this. So you have your nib. Oh, God, that's a bad nib. We need to do that different for the Justice. We need a bigger one. So what the Justice does is adds a piece over this area here that you can move up and down the barrel. And the closer you get this piece to the front, the firmer it is, because it doesn't let it split. Okay, maybe I tagged it wrong, VH2D. So this, when this part is down closer to the end, it's firmer, and then you can actually move this back. Like it's like a twist thing. Isn't it like a twist? I've never had one because I don't like it. It moves it back, and then it gives it more bounce. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1. Flex nibs really benefit from an ebonite feed. Is that just because they flow better? Yeah, hold ink and flow better. Yeah, twist on the section. Yeah. There is a type of nib that has 2 splits in the front. A music nib. Do I have one? It is a music nib. I don't think I own one because I obviously don't use that type of nib. I'm just trying to think if I have an example. I'm sure it's been reviewed on the blog, but I don't own a music nib. Yeah, it's basically like a super stub. It's like a 2.5 millimeter stub. So Platinum is famous for theirs. I think they're pretty popular. If they still make them, they probably don't. So like that. Which I don't own any of those. Because I would just never use it, right? Sailor, to make things crystal clear, Sailor's music nib is wide, but only has one slit. Does any other brand make a stock like the Platinum UEF? Not to my knowledge. That's why that's such a cool nib. To me. All right, let's keep asking questions. I'm gonna work on another giveaway here. What is the pin situation? We can't go in the ice box here. What do we have here? Okay. This is from the Found Pin. Jacob and Wild Nibs are the best. Box is 3 slit, but more flexes wide than starts as a stub. One of my cousin uses these or an iPad. You never know. Favorite pen you acquired in the last year? So in 2025 or like in starting now for the past year? What was my pen of the year last year? Have you seen my Zento signature? Off the cuff? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I was way ahead of you, Derek. Seriously. Have you? I'll put my gloves on. Let's do a giveaway. All right, speaking of stubs, since we're talking about nibs, this was in the Found Pen collection. We need a Zento command. I need to come up with a Zento command. If you could stack parallel nibs and offset the ends, someone does that. That's a real thing, JJ. I believe that's a real thing. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Where's Gourmet Pens when you need her? We need a white glove emote. So in the pins that I found, if y'all missed that, this is a All-Star that I didn't know I had, Lamy All-Star, with a 1.1 stub nib, which is a really good nib. So pretty fun one here. Ooh, do I have a converter? I know I have some Lamy cartridges. Oh man, whoever won a Kaweco recently, I didn't send any cartridges, did I? That just hit me. Sorry about that. If you're that person, let me know. I'll send you some. I did use that on Instagram the other day. Have you seen my Zento signature? That exact hashtag. Okay, so All-Star 1.1 stub nib. Let's give it away. And then I should have a converter. So then, if you haven't tried a stub nib, you can try one. Or if you have one, you can have another one. All right, boom, exclamation point waffle, exclamation point waffle. Anyone can enter, anyone can win. You have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States. I ship worldwide. You must be present to win. You must email me your shipping address. No recollection of ever owning this pen. Let's see what we have for converters. Yeah, we got enough, definitely enough. This one's cool. There we go. Perfect. Bam. Oh man, we still have all of Peggy's stuff to do too. I shipped out the first winter. We have a lot of giveaways to do. It's stubby, not italic. Correct. So the edges, like when you hit the edge of the nib, it's rounded. So you can. It's better to do cursive writing with a stub, right, than cursive italic. People write in script with cursive italic, but you can like pick like the edges. I call it picking, right? Like the edges can be really sharp. You don't remember having this pen? Do you remember using it? Nope. I mean, we could probably go find a review of it or something where I have, but I do not recall this pen whatsoever. Matcha, unfortunately, you're probably not wrong, and what they've done with the dive kind of proves your point. Where they're not making enough to meet demand, but they're going and introducing new colors. That always bothered me. It bothers me that they can't meet demand, but continue to release new colors. That's what the dive did, and I didn't like it, and the Signature's done the same thing. Make one, the blue dive, the graphite gray Signature, the stock model. Anyone who wants it should be able to get it at retail price. Then do your colors. But if you can't get the most basic one, but you keep introducing colors, it's a non-consumer friendly behavior. Hire me, Lamy. You might be right, Newland, but I think with the dive, I don't see that. And you still can't buy a dive. So that's why they need to hire me. And we can hype all the limited stuff we want, but we got to give the basics too. Right? So it's a little bit frustrating to watch. Give everyone the standard one. Make 5x of the standard one. And then knock yourself out with limiteds. I don't mind limited editions, but you got to manage your stuff. Manage your stuff. Scarcity absolutely drives sales. And I'm fine if that's like a one-off and it's like a hype beast thing. Whatever. That's fine. But this, like the Zentos is a great example. The Zento and Dive are great examples of they're not. They're like normal products that they're just sticking it to people, I think. Headful, I would have bet money that it would have been, and it's increasingly not looking that way, which is unfortunate. If Lamy did come to you for a position, would you take it honestly and maybe not? Okay, so I have answered this question before. I would take the phone call, and I don't think I would ever be offered a position where I could make enough of a difference to quit doing what I do. So it's more of a joke, but I would take the phone call. No company that size is going to listen to me. Like with the production chains of command, I would never get anything done. I mean, there's a lot of things I would love to do. You would just never have the ability to put your thumb on the scale. So now, just as a flat out consultant, that would be different, and that would certainly be an NDA, and then keep my regular job. Sure, that's a different animal. Yeah, but like, what's the point of doing that if they can't make an orange Lamy Vista? Like, what are we even doing? They just clearly don't have any interest in changing what they're doing. So it's more of a joke. But I would take the phone call. How do you know where you're not already a consultant with an NDA? Because I would be allowed to tell you I'm a consultant with an NDA, and I am not a consultant with an NDA. I am literally under no NDAs for anyone right now. I have been before, but that's more from a project-based thing, not from a consultant-based thing. The only NDAs I ever get under are sometimes reviews, which I don't care about, and then projects, special projects. Definitely been under NDAs for special, like having to sign papers, NDAs. So yeah, I'm more of an embargoes. Exactly what someone under an NDA would say. Nah, saying I'm under an NDA is a pretty easy answer. All right, y'all got 30 seconds left. Lamy Safari All-Star. Let's do it. Yeah, I don't have that many embargoes. Year over year, how many embargoes am I under? One or two? And like a Robert Oster ink that I just got like a week ahead, and they just wanted to make sure it didn't go out. And I was like, sure, yeah, like I don't care. Those aren't really like that real of embargoes. It's like, sure. No, it is a fun question. I love talking about it. I would love to be able to make a difference in like a company like that, but like it's never gonna be. They're never gonna hire any normies to do that. Anyone like myself or in the creative space to say, hey, what pen do you think we should make? It's just too big of a business. Settle for making a positive change in the community? Hell yes. I would like to lean on that. I would like that to be what I'm remembered for whenever I decide to hang this up. Is that, yeah, I made a positive difference in the community. That's all I can ask for. Just put that would be the only line. Qualifications: owns a Uniball Zento signature. All right, this giveaway's closed. Yeah, the Darth Maul one was like, yeah, we will send lawyers after you. Not because of the pen, but because we had to know what the project was before it was publicly announced, right? It wasn't for the pen per se. It was that we couldn't discuss the project that we were working for, right? Does that make sense? All right, let's pick a winner here. Octopus Fluid Celestial Glitter. Someone did a review recently. Did Anna do it? Okay, maybe it was Nick Stewart that I saw. All right, let's pick a winner. We ready? Bam. Papa locking. Was that good? I don't think that was very good. OMG, it's you. Congratulations. I'm glad you're excited. You should be more excited to pick a dinosaur, though. So I went double OMGs when you pick a dinosaur, Stega, Dino, or Brawny. Double OMG. No All-Star ever? Nice. This is more important, though. Screw your pen. Thank you, Papa Lockin, for putting up with my nonsense. Dino it is. Bam. Okay. Got it. Congratulations. This is a good pen. I approve. All right. Put that there. All right. Final thoughts today, chat. What do we need to discuss on the podcast tomorrow? Pretty quiet on the news front. New Lamy Safaris came out right after podcast last week. So we'll talk about those. I have a few other short links to go through for that. Um, Thinking about doing a storage update. More nib vocab. We can always do nib vocab. I'm actually making a note. We'll see if I can fit that into the podcast. It's a little better to do that on stream for the show and tell portion, but that's always a good. Anytime we talk about nibs, how about the new Santini? What is the new Santini? Get a Toyota Craft for your sub $100 pins. I did. The company that should not be named got resurrected on Reddit. Did something change? Firebox. That's a hell of a name. Expand on the sponsor light with more of your go-to vendors and makers. Okay. I do like that. Or you mean the shout out of the week? I'm assuming the G word. If I can get some clarification. Oh, just a cool limited release of a new Benno that's exclusive to them. Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, the G word. They belong to a hate church, and I'm not having it. Santini takes a 6 or 8 nib unit, can swap them. Huh. I have not seen that. Y'all have a link to that? Oh, well, there's some good nib stuff from Derek. Derek's got nib grinder Kirk Spear on, so that'll be some great info. Some sensitives came out and accused us all of being haters for not buying to them. Well, heaven forbid you have some standards that you care about other people. Yes, they are. I don't think the N word, well, the ink N word is banned, but I should. I just don't care about them as much. The Goulets I'm actively disgusted with. Yeah, heaven forbid we have empathy for other people that are being persecuted. Please fix that, geez. I meant to do that the other day, actually. But yeah, like their supporters, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I got you, Arkham. Like more like Hall of Fame type stuff. Archeo. It's a tough deal. The whole supply chain type of issue. And that honestly puts me in a little bit of a bind too. So let's take thank you, G's. It's just you can't do everything. You can't be no one out here is perfect. And I don't expect anyone out here to be perfect, myself included. You can't do I think there's a basic level of awareness that we should start from. And then I'm just going to let people make their decisions with the information that they have, right? I don't know. I'm not going to shun anyone or do anything like that. It's not even a slippery slope. It's just I don't know. It's just like a life thing, right? It's like you're going to make bad decisions. Do you keep making the bad decisions or do you learn from those decisions? And I'm not even talking about buying pens from companies. So I don't know. It was like, I'm in a position to where I can stand up for something, so I'm going to do it. I don't expect everyone else to do that. And I don't hold any I don't hold anyone else to account for that. I think is probably the best way I can put it. That I don't begrudge anyone for working with anyone. But I'm going to say what I'm going to say because I'm in a position to be able to do it, and I'm going to continue to do it. Am I even making any sense at this point? Yeah. So, like, I try. And, like, I think that's the base you should ask from me. Is, like, I should try, right? To be, like, a good person and a good steward of the community and things like that, right? And I think, like, I do. And, like I said, I'm in a very unique situation where I can afford to do it. So I'm gonna keep doing it. Yeah, don't yuck other people's yums. I don't care. Like, yeah, I don't yuck other people's yums. I don't go around telling people who they should shop from. You know, specifically, like I don't see a Goulet post and go like, "Oh my God, you should never buy it." You know, I don't do that kind of stuff. But I know what I believe in, and I just stand for that. So, and I'm glad y'all hang out with me. So, it is dinner. Well, which meal are you talking about, Boss Baker Chris? Yeah, I don't project other. Like, I don't care what other people do. Please see if you can interview Late Apricot 404. Literally never heard of them. Are they on Instagram? And if they're from the 404, are they an ATLian? Yeah, and like people got to do what's best for them too, like in life, right? So like I don't expect, like, man, last meal of the day, dinner, but lunch is not supper either, or dinner. Fun topic at some point, review of your uni visit. So my uni visit, it's honestly not that exciting as you might think. And we can explore it more. I'm about to wrap it up today. So Uni North America is not a manufacturer. They're a distributor of Uni Mitsubishi products. So it's just like a office in a, like a 4-story office building. It's a cool as hell office. And they had a lot of employees, and they actually ship stuff from there from your orders. But it was, the speech was sick. Like, that's something I'd never done before and was very happy with how it turned out. So, Fountain Pen Character Commons open on Insta. All right, so what's it called? Dang it, I lost the name. Late Apricot 404. Watch me follow them already. Are they just Late Apricot? Nope. Yeah, I don't see anything. I'll have to look it up or find me a link. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Apricot 404. There we go. Look at that. Follow back. Yeah. Okay. We'll take a look. I just want to know if they're from the 404 now. And, like, do I know this person? Apricot. Funny. Okay. Yeah, I will take a look. I will take a look. Thank you. Now I'm curious. All right. Let's wrap it there. Hey, I love it when we can just talk and y'all can ask me anything. Because I can yap. I can yap about things. And I have opinions, right? Like, I know some people don't like that. Not that are here. I'm not talking about y'all, but like in the general sense of things. But I'm not going to stop. You can't stop me. Brad, do you want your children to continue PA if you want to retire? Only if my children want to continue PA when I retire. They've shown no interest in that.
Love this clip. One of my favorite clips
Oh,
is this.
Brian Anderson is talking because we're about to rate him. G broke their heart big time. Gotcha. Okie doke. All right, let's go hang out with Brian. Oh, wrong button. Go see what Brian's up to. Toby is going to take over the stream, true. Hey, also, I'm not quitting anytime soon. Like, just because I say things like that. I am old, but, like, I'm not quitting. What color is your sky? Blue. Could be gray right now. All right, let's do it, chat. But yeah, literally AMA me. Anything. Old, maybe your knees, but your heart, now I got another 20 years in you. I actually feel that. Both the knees and and the heart. God, pickleball about killed me Monday night. I played good, though. I'm starting to play a little bit more now, chat. I need to get some exercise. Daughter had her 4-month birthday yesterday. Been a wild, stressful time. Hey, Arkham. Heck yes. Anything we can do to keep it chill, keep it fun, cut up, not take ourselves or this hobby too seriously. Like Brian Anderson. Every time I type in his Twitch name, it's not Brian Anderson. It is the Brian Anderson, and it makes me giggle. Be like that. Let's go raid the Brian Anderson, chat. Anytime we can do this, I'd love to do this. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being cool and hanging out, talking pens. God, we'll be back tomorrow. It's not even Thursday yet. I was thinking it was Thursday. It's only Wednesday. More of me tomorrow, chat, about 10:30.